Lamb boy. And I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
Oh, and we in there. And we are in there. Peace, peace, and love to the guys and goddesses and all the high vibrating species of the planet. Salute and peace to you. Peace and love. How y'all living today, man? How the world treating y'all? How's it we doing out there? You know what I'm talking about? Oh yeah, we SCP cities, the SCP cities. So yo, I know we already got a couple of them that already done dropped, right? I was looking for. I saw this particular video here that we're about to view. I saw it once and I kind of lost track of where it was. But anyways, it's the SCPs Explained. Of course, I mean, you see by the title here, it's a modern introduction to the SCP Foundation. So basically what we're about to go through is what the SCPs are, what the classes are. So we got Safe, we got Euclid, we got Keter, we got K-Class, Thamiel or something like that. I mean, we got a couple classes. So I figured that, you know what I'm saying, we really want to take this information in so we know exactly what we're dealing with. So yeah, that's what we got going on here. So kind of take this one as the first video. Granted, we've already maybe dropped, you know what I'm saying, a couple, maybe 2 or 3 of them already. But anyway, so we're gonna check this one out to get a, you know, an understanding of what we're dealing with, what classes are what, why they're classed that, what we're dealing with, what we shouldn't be dealing with, like Avatar went, you know what I'm saying, what we can just hold our ground, stand our ground on, and then other things that you definitely want to run. You know what I mean? We don't want to tackle that. So Catamates, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you're new, just pull up a chair. Welcome to the series of the SCPs. I am your host, 7. This is Academy 7. We put things together here. You know what I mean? We put the pieces together and we try to solve puzzles. And whatever you do with the information after that is on you. I'm just here to help us evaluate what we're being given. You know what I'm talking about? So without further ado, I hope you got what you need, because I do. And yeah, let's get to what it is that we do, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Real talk, real talk. I really do appreciate y'all hanging out with me. You know what I'm saying? And trying to learn and figure this thing out. We can do this thing together. You know what I mean? And let's get it bustin'.
So, you stumbled upon or heard about a thing called SCP.
Yes,
you're wondering what it's all about. This guide has all the information you need to know about what the SCP Foundation is and what it has to offer you. Think of it as the ultimate primer to the universe, and the wiki as it is and should be seen today. This guide is split up into 3 sections, and they are as follows. Number 1. The Basics. An introduction to the SCP Foundation and wiki, covering the SCP format, object classes, in-universe lore about the Foundation, and important vocabulary, and why it all matters. Number 2. In-universe elements. This covers some background information and a lot of commonly used terms that might leave a new reader lost or confused. Number 3. Things to read and do. A tour of the entire SCP universe, covering all modes of writing and different kinds of pieces that you can read. From -Js to EXs, 001 proposals to groups of interest, tales, and canons. There's a lot more than just the SCP series. Okay, let's get started. The basics.
Oh, let's do it.
Operating clandestine and worldwide, the Foundation operates beyond jurisdiction, empowered and entrusted by every major national government with the task of containing anomalous objects, entities, and phenomena. These anomalies pose a significant threat to global security by threatening either physical or psychological harm. Introduction. The SCP Foundation is a collaborative writing platform centering around a fictional foundation, a scientific and military organization that seeks to protect humanity and the status quo by locating and containing anomalies, objects, life forms, events, locations, concepts, creations, and phenomena that, in one way or another, violate natural law. On the SCP Wiki, authors tell stories and explore ideas within this urban fantasy science fiction universe, creating rich pieces of writing that take place in a world where the anomalous exists and how people and organizations interact with them. These articles may showcase the different types of phenomena that might exist in this universe, the SCPs themselves, or tell compelling narratives about life and interactions within the SCP world. Tales, canons, and groups of interest formats. The central focus of the SCP Wiki is the SCP file, commonly referred to as just an SCP. It is a set of in-universe technical documentation supposedly compiled by the Foundation in an effort to understand, analyze, experiment with, and most importantly, contain the anomaly. The SCP file is, in effect, a form of constrained writing, an immersive way to tell a story about the nature and history of an anomalous object or entity, whether directly or by hinting at some greater idea. Each SCP is given a unique serial number or designation, and on the Wiki, you can browse SCPs with designations ranging from 1 to 3,999. They are organized into 4 numerical series.
First of all, now I know everybody know, you know what I'm talking about, should know about how Wiki get down, and I know kind of, look, listen. Everything that you find everywhere, there's going to be a percentage of it that's authentic, and there's going to be another percentage that's not. So that's, discernment is very important regardless of what information you're going through. It does not matter. Discernment. You're gonna have to know to be able to decipher the differences. You know what I'm talking about? So we do cross-referencing with information. With 2 or more witnesses, let one thing be established. So I didn't know this stuff was even in Wiki. Regardless of how people feel about Wiki, you know what I'm saying, being false or real information, it doesn't matter. I didn't even know that this stuff was even there. So that's already letting you know that this, you know what I mean, it's already scattered everywhere. It's already out there. And we're just now getting hip to it, and a lot of folks still ain't hip to it. You see what I'm saying? So, all right.
Series 1, SCP-1 through to 999. Series 1 was written from 2007 to 2011. Series 2, SCP-1000 through to SCP-1999. Series 2 was written from 2011 to 2013. Series 3, SCP-2000 through to SCP-2999. Series 3 was written from 2013 to 2017. And Series 4, SCP-3000 through to SCP-3999. This series is still being written, but it started in 2017.
People, hold the freak. Let's take that in. Take it in. Take note. Check it out. 001. We ain't did him yet, but I saw him. That be the Scarlet King. That video is gonna be about an hour. So when you see the Scarlet King title, just make sure you got your hour in you, cause we gonna go through that one. There's a couple of them that's about an hour long. We gonna go through them though. We got number 1, and you see they're going in numeric order here. Numeric, buddy. 3,999. In counting. let's just go ahead and just say what it is. You know what I'm saying? 3,999 and counting. As of 2017, there's over 4,000 anomalies out there. Whether safe or K-class world ending, there's over 4,000 anomalies out here that we are just not told about. I'm not going to say not aware, because there are people that's aware and they've been neuralized or terminated.
Or SCP-3000 through to SCP-3999. This series is still being written, but it started in 2017. The SCP format. An SCP file has a very specific format that, in general, must be strictly adhered to. SCPs are the backbone of the entire franchise. These documents are the set pieces of the universe, showcasing its tone, stories, and possibilities. The basic format of an SCP is as follows. Item number, SCP- then the number. Object class, then a category name. Special containment procedures, then a detailed summary of all specific means needed to make sure the anomaly is safely contained. Description, then a technically written documentation of all things that the anomaly is, does, and can do. And finally, supplements, optional additional files added onto the base document. Each SCP is given an object class based on the degree of containment difficulty. Here are the primary object classes. Safe. The anomaly can be contained by simply leaving it alone. No special procedures, methods, or events are necessary to keep it from damaging the world. This does not necessarily mean it's not dangerous. A safe class object can be world-threatening if not contained, but it's just really easy to contain them.
Okay.
Some notable examples of safe class.
So basically, what y'all should be doing any damn way is the first sentence. And let's read this again. The anomaly can be contained by simply leaving it alone. Which we already know that there's certain people on the planet that just do not know how to grasp this concept. You do not know how to grasp the concept at all. Just leave it alone. Just do not bother it at all. It wasn't fucking with you. Why you fucking with it? And that's what makes stuff get on your ace card. Because you shouldn't be messing with it. But curiosity, you know what I'm talking about? Just gets a hold of that meow real good, don't it? Meow mixing. And y'all just want to, you know what I'm talking about? So leave stuff alone. But take no good, people. Just because it's considered safe doesn't necessarily mean it's safe. Just leave it alone, and you know what I'm saying, you will find out that you're safe if you leave it alone. You're safe so long as you leave it alone. You may not be so safe if you start tampering with it, which we know that's what people like to do. They like to mess with stuff. So y'all listen, man. So that's almost saying, like, look, y'all would cause a world, you know what I'm saying, what's a catastrophic event, messing with something that you shouldn't have been messing with. Just being curious. Y'all been to fuck the whole world up. Just being curious. So I see a little bit hypocrisy here, but okay, it is what it is. Let's ride. This is safe. Let's see what the next class is.
Class SCPs are SCP-1981, SCP-2579, SCP-993, SCP-1425, and SCP-3039.
Okay, buddy right here, he got upgraded. They upgraded him. This is the first video that we did, the first SCP video that we did. This is about Ronald Reagan and this SCP. So be sure to check that out. But yeah, this is the very first video I did, and as you see, he's saying that it's safe, but I don't. Shit.
9. All examples will be in the video description. Next, Euclid. The anomaly is inherently unpredictable or requires some amount of special effort to be contained. You're not quite sure what will happen if you leave it alone, and it might be a little bit more complex than a safe class entity, object, or phenomenon. Some notable examples of Euclid-class SCPs are SCP-3008, SCP-426, SCP-1171, SCP-3001, and SCP-1609.
I've did this one. This is the IKEA store. Stay far away from that's not safe. You get in there, it ain't safe. It's not safe in there. You're safe. With that particular one, you're safe so long as you don't go inside. You go inside, you got some trouble. You're going to have to deal with some stuff. Seriously. So we've done that one and we released that one. We're going to get to these other ones as well here because I'm not familiar with these. He's calling out the names, the numbers, and not the names. So I'm not too familiar, too keen with the numbers just yet. But yeah, I do remember doing the IKEA. We've released that video already. I think staff has already dropped that one, so we're good there. So check that one out. But I mean, he's saying, I mean, no, these are Euclid. So we just went Euclid with this. So yeah, this ain't nothing to play around with. Like, so I would say like a Euclid would be like a rake, you know what I mean? Skinwalkers, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're unpredictable. You don't know. Like that a couple of videos that we did, I saw like there was a rake in a far distance, and it didn't look like he was gonna run at him and get at him, but eventually, right before the video cut, they said he was charging. So at first he wasn't gonna make a move on him, but then he decided to make a move on him. So they're pretty unpredictable, but for the most part, they'll get on your ace card. That's basically what's going on here. To get on your ace card, or if you get caught in the store, that's something, you know what I mean? So this is why we're doing this, because, I mean, that's a toaster, y'all. Okay? It's a toaster. And I bet you scratching your head like, what, a toaster, what would a toaster do? Trust me. You're going to be surprised what some of this stuff can do. And it's just a basic, common household item.
And finally, Keter. These SCPs are really difficult to contain, requiring a huge expenditure of resources or extensively complex containment procedures. The most dangerous of phenomena are classed as Keter, often, but not always, posing an existential threat to humanity, the world, or universal structure itself. Some notable examples of Keter-class SCPs are SCP-1739, SCP-231, SCP-2935, SCP-2293, and SCP-3200.
Bruh. Academics, is that a laptop? And it's a Keter. And you heard what they just said about the Keters. That's a laptop, y'all. Hold on. Is that a sheet of paper? Is that some documents? What's on them? You see what I'm saying? You see what we're dealing with? We are dealing with some what? This is strange. This is strange, y'all. What's this? This looks like a galaxy, constellations or something. Hell, that just looked like the sky, an opening in the sky, maybe a portal or something. Listen, okay, so we gonna find these things, John. I mean, don't worry, y'all. We gonna go through them. We gonna find them. We gonna figure out what everything is. But that's a laptop and it's a Keter. I don't know what that is.
In addition, there are a number of esoteric and secondary classes that are used much less than the big three that I just mentioned, but still serve important purposes.
What we got?
Thaumiel. This is a very rare object class only known to the highest levels of the Foundation. In essence, Thaumiel class objects are anti-Keter. They are used in the containment or counteracting of other SCPs. They act as powerful tools to be used by the Foundation, which normally rarely uses anomalies. Some notable examples of Thaumiel class SCPs are SCP-2000, SCP-2003, SCP-3000, SCP-179, and SCP-3031.
What the? That's a brain?
And finally, neutralized. It used to be anomalous, now it's not. Maybe it just stopped working on its own. Maybe someone accidentally or purposefully destroyed it. Either way, it no longer has functional anomalous properties.
Okay.
Some notable examples of neutralized class SCPs are SCP-1470, SCP-2682, SCP-3519, SCP-1762,
Same brain.
and SCP-2420.
Okay, so they got the brain. So basically, so the brain is a thamio. So they can use it to help capture and contain other SCPs, and it's neutralized, meaning it's compliant. So if it's helping them, then it's got to be compliant. You know what I mean? So that's why they went ahead and put and labeled it as a neutralized SCP, because it's compliant and it's helping them. So it's a thamio neutralized SCP. The brain is. Okay. And when we find the brain, we're going to find out why, obviously.
If you want to stop watching this guide now and start diving into the wiki, this is a good time to do so. But be sure to finish this guide if you're unsure of anything. Maybe you can pick one from the links from the description and then follow the cross links and navigation in the article. Maybe you can go to a series page. I highly recommend series 2 and 3 and just click on one with an intriguing title. Or you could roll the dice and press random SCP. One of the best ways to learn about the Foundation is to discover for yourself all the genres, emotions, and ideas it can evoke to keep that sense of mystery and gritty realism.
And we're going to go back.
There's still a lot to learn about the culture and vocabulary and universe of the site. You can find out and learn by yourself just by reading as much as you can.
Right.
Playing it by ear. It's pretty fun that way.
Your due diligence.
Or if you'd like to get a better handle on everything that's going on and a few more ways to drop you into the community, stay tuned. I still have a lot to show you.
No doubt. All right, cool.
Next up, in-universe elements. Foundation structure and protocol. Security clearance represents how much information about an object you're allowed to know. If you've read through an SCP or two, you're bound to have seen these.
Obviously.
Data expunged, redacted, or the text completely blacked out. These keywords are common hallmarks and tools of narrative of the SCP Wiki, signifying that the information has been classified to a higher clearance or has been cleansed completely. It adds an element of horror through absence that is classic to the SCP fandom. For a great example of how security clearance levels can be used, read SCP-2317.
So what's your ranking, Dr.
There are also many types of workers in the Foundation. Among them, we have containment specialists, researchers, and security tactical response officers. There are field agents, who are out in the world undercover, looking for signs of anomalous activity, and mobile task forces, special units that are assigned to carry out certain dangerous jobs. The task forces document contains a list of mobile task forces along with their associated SCPs. The Foundation is usually thought of as a far-reaching organization, and so their bases are found across the globe, and sometimes outside of it. These bases can be sites or areas. For more information, read Secure Facilities Locations.
We will do that.
The leaders of individual areas or sites are high-ranking Level 4 researchers known as Site Directors. There are few in the Foundation that rank higher than Site Director. And they are the O5 Council, the ultimate leaders of the entire Foundation. The Overseer Council, abbreviated to O5, is a group of 13 people who manage all Foundation operations worldwide and have complete access to all information.
Do I have to say it, class? Do I have to say it, class? He said what? Hold on, let's let him say it again.
The Overseer Council, abbreviated to O5, is a group of 13 people who manage all Foundation operations worldwide and have complete access to all information.
That's right. Them families. Them 13 families. The overseers. Okay? So, we already know who's in cahoot. So, you already know what to expect and what not to expect. So, that's why he's telling you to do your due diligence. Because you ain't going to get it all. They're not going to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? You already know. So, we just going to have to get what we can. And just head on swivel You feel me? Head on swivel out there. You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, research, man, research. Yeah, dig in, because you're only gonna be able, you know what I'm saying? You're only gonna be able to see what you're allotted to see, and in order to see, you're gonna have to use 3.
Redacted or not, their identities are classified for safety, and they are only referred to by their ID, 051 through 13. In addition, some versions of canon also include the existence of an administrator, the creator of the Foundation. Finally, one of the most interesting parts of the Foundation are D-Class personnel, or Class Ds. The canon around D-Class personnel helps showcase the colder and more morally gray side of the Foundation. In order to experiment with and contain SCPs, the Foundation needs lab rats to test things with.
I was just for to say, boy, the guineas, there they go, boy, them guineas. I feel so bad for them. You know what I'm talking about? That's the Lord. You know what I'm talking about? The dump. That's the D is for dump. They ass. You know what I'm saying? Dummy. You know what I'm saying? Dummies. You know what I'm talking about? Like, damn.
Oftentimes, they are recruited from death row or the prison population, serving as expendable personnel that are used to handle hazardous anomalies.
So that's your prisoners, your homeless, some of the folks that just getting kidnapped because they got certain blood type. Everything the movies tell us, you know what I'm saying? Everything, all the stuff that goes on in the movies, you know what I'm talking about? The alleged things that goes on in the world. You feel me? It's being displayed right in front of you. It's the hidden in plain sight thing. It's in plain sight. You know, it's just your perspective and the way you're receiving it. It's throwed a little bit. You feel me? So when you know what I'm talking about? So these people here, look, he giving it to you straight in a nutshell. Expendable. Nobody cares about these people. Listen. And when I say that, I'm speaking about the minds of the people that's behind this. I'm not speaking from my own mindset here. Because for me to sit here and say that because a guy is on death row, nobody cares about him. That's asinine for anybody to say that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I mean? Depending on the situation, everybody miss their people, man. You know what I'm talking about? This ain't got nothing to do with race or anything like that. Anybody that's been, you know what I'm saying, locked up or any of that, you feel me? There is somebody out there that got love for them that missed them. You know what I mean? Or unless it was one of them other, you know what I'm saying, that he or she, they crossed everybody out. You feel me? So, of course, you know what I'm saying, ain't nobody got love for them. But then the way the narratives are painted on certain people or on people that go to jail, like just because you went to jail, that just automatically make you some savage criminal, you know what I'm saying, Tony Montana type. No, hell no. No, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? But the narratives get painted to where most people look at folks like that. And it's like, dude, you so use your own mind. Use your own concept. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's death row. Nobody's going to miss him. He's homeless. Nobody cares about him. Nobody cares about her. You feel me? Type of attitude and mentality. And that's what make these people just, and then some folks be obsessed with science. The obsession. And they know that, you know what I'm saying, to take their studies further, you know what I'm saying, that they need more, you feel me? They need more rats. And what better subject to really do, you know what I'm saying, to perform something on is another human being. You feel me? That's the ultimate test when it comes to here, unless you can get your hands on one of these creatures here. Which y'all gonna see, you know what I'm saying? Some of them they get, some of them they don't. So D class, I feel, damn, boy. Oh man, you know what I mean? Like I could go on forever with this. That's crazy. But so if you wonder where some of your homeless went, they're guineas.
In the early days of the site, a common head count.
Like that's crazy just thinking about it. Some people that went to jail, he's got life. Instead of going to prison, they sent his ass down on the ground, right here. So he looking like, man, I thought I was going to jail, nigga. They got me, boy, what? And they know you locked up for life, and they know, you know what I'm talking about? So it's like, bruh, you know what I'm saying, 40, 50, 100 feet on the ground in some facility, and you know what I'm saying, you in a cell next to 20 other cells, and in every other cell, there's a monster in that motherfucker. It ain't, you know what I'm talking about? Like, boy, stop. What's that show? The anime, Aliens versus Monsters. You remember Susan? You know what I'm saying? She turned into the 50 foot girl, but then in every other little, you know what I'm talking about? Little cell, they had a monster, and they had these monsters out fighting other oh, but you see, this is what I'm talking about when we do the cross referencing and hidden in plain sight. Come on, man, right here, here we go, y'all. Come on. So, but listen, it's entertainment purposes only. You know what I'm saying? It's for entertainment purposes only. You know, use your discernment. You know what I'm saying? You do not have to believe this. You do not have to. You ain't got to believe it. We just gonna go through it, entertainment purposes only. You know, use your own discernment, use your own intuition. You feel me? Do your own due diligence. You feel me? Yeah, and come to your own conclusion. So we're just here to go through it. You come to your own conclusion. My belief don't have to be yours, and vice versa. And that's broad spectrum for anybody that views these videos, or anybody that do these type of videos or any type of content like this. I speak on everybody's behalf. You know, you do, you know what I'm saying? Do you, be you. You feel me? You ain't got to be a robot over here. You know what I'm talking about? Like, be you. If you don't believe it, then don't believe it. If you do, then you do. But I would just suggest do some research before you just, whatever. You feel me? Because we've done too much of that, and we've letting a lot get past us, and it's done us no good as a people. You in the dig? So, man.
Canon was that all D-class were executed at the end of the month. However, this idea has gone out of fashion as the site has evolved. For more interesting stories about Class D personnel, try reading entries from the D-class contest.
Boy, there's probably going to be some stuff
Terms
in there,
to know. The SCP Wiki has created a wide set of terminology and new innovations, inventing concepts that are unique to the premise of the site and found nearly nowhere else in literature. You may want to know these terms before you dive in. Anomalous classifications. Memetic, or meme. A meme is any unit of information that can spread and transfer itself throughout society. Memetic effects deal with how the brain understands and reacts to media. It is a piece of data in the subject's mind that has an anomalous effect on that subject's physical or mental state that is spread when someone else becomes aware of the same information. In particular, anomalous memetic agents are bits of hazardous information that are like a mental virus, triggering anomalous reactions in people who are exposed to them. Anti-memetic or anti-meme. An anti-meme is the opposite of a meme. It has self-censoring properties. Anomalous anti-memes are perfectly mentally camouflaged, whether by making you unable to hold your perception of one in your short-term memory, or making you unable to comprehend the concept of its existence. Cognitohazard. A cognitohazard is something that is dangerous when we perceive it with one of the 5 senses. For example, a sound that causes you to bleed from every pore, or a smell that causes you to go insane. All memetic effects are a subset of cognitohazards, as in order to process the information, you have to sense it. Info hazard. Info hazards are anomalous effects that trigger when the SCP is described, referred to, or acknowledged. You don't even have to sense the thing to be affected by an info hazard. You just have to know that it exists. It affects data written about the anomaly and people that are made aware of the existence of the effect. Ontokinetic or reality bender. An
Boy, that was a mouthful. Just the acknowledgement of this, of certain SCPs can get you in some. Damn, boy, that's slick magic. That's some slick magic right there, boy. That's some slick magic. Because that's just like somebody just telling you about something and bringing it to your awareness that you didn't even know. Like now. Like we going through this, you know what I'm saying? We're making ourselves aware. And certain, you know what I'm saying? We could, you know what I'm talking about? We could be potentially endangering ourselves just by getting the knowledge and the information about these things because they'll get on your ace. And y'all don't think we should know. You might as well, I mean, you know what I'm talking about? We already, I mean, because listen, if we run across this stuff like I did, well, technically my little ones, they brought it to me. They just kept talking about this stuff, and I'm just kind of like gazing. What are you talking about? And then I had one on my pewter, and the little young guy walked up on me, and he was like, "Pops, that's such and such." And I said, "Who?" I said, "What?" And he went to breaking it down. I said, "Wait a minute, what?" So I pulled it up, and I'm like, "Whoa." And then I went to another search, and I'm like, "Hold up." And then I went to another search, and I'm like, "Wait a minute." So then I swung back around to him, and I was like, "What you looking at?" And then I pulled that up, and then I found the Volgun. So salute to the Volgun, because I mean, I've went through a couple of them. I like the way that this is being broke down. They're really being descriptive, like they're giving you what they can, as much as they can, and you'll see. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, y'all. And we're still going with classifications. So he kind of broke, you know what I'm saying? He got to a basic point, but then now he's kind of like, as you see, it just kind of upgraded. So we actually got stuff that we're talking about frequencies that, you feel me? And that could come through your TVs. I mean, frequencies, you feel me? So, and damn, boy. This is
kinetic being can manipulate the laws of reality, magic, through anomalous means.
That's like a
Groups of interest contain and study reality benders, often in unethical ways, creating some moral crises for the Foundation. Anart, or an artist. Anart is short for anomalous art. Many people and groups aware of the existence of reality-breaking phenomena choose to explore it by creating often surrealist art with extra-normal properties. These people being called an artists. Narrativic or pataphysical. A narrativic anomaly manifests itself within works of fiction, often affecting the content of the work involved by creating characters, changing the setting, or blurring the line between fiction and the reality. The pataphorical or pataphysical SCP explores narrativic anomalies using the wiki itself as the narrative. It explores the idea of characters we write on the website attempting to communicate and manipulate us, and being aware of things on the website like author pages, deletions, and discussion forums. Technology and engineering. Scranton Reality Anchor. Scranton Reality Anchors are technological devices used by the Foundation to essentially regulate consensus reality. They cancel out or prevent the effects of reality-bending entities and anchor down areas where the level of unreality is higher or lower than normal, counterbending it so that it matches the reality that we know and inhabit, Many contemporary authors have criticized the widespread use of SRAs as a catch-all for containing any type of structural or ontokinetic effect. Telekill. The SRA back in the old days. Except the problem was worse. In its original form, it was a metal that blocked all mind-affecting or compulsive effects. People went crazy over it and started using it in all their containment procedures, and mistakenly thought it also blocked mimetic effects. Scranton's rewrite of the article added some nuances and drawbacks to it. And its use...
So that's like Magneto's helmet. Superman couldn't even see through lead. The one right before that, what'd he say? What that junk say? What'd it say right here? This junk right here.
For containing any type of structural or ontokinetic effect. Telekill. The SRA back in the old days. Scranton reality anchors are technological devices used by the Foundation to essentially regulate.
That right there tells you how far technology is, how far ahead they are with technology. That I mean, if you're listening, you know what I mean. So like, I'm just listening, and it's kind of like if y'all are able to, you know what I'm saying. If you're able to counteract something that's reality bending, and you're able to counteract that and bend it back, then you working with something. Y'all working with something. I can't front. Hey, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I can't front. Like, if y'all able to do that, then y'all working with something. You are way ahead, people. Trust me. Trust me. The stuff they giving us ain't nothing compared to what they holding on to. Believe me. 300-400 years ahead, 500, maybe even 1,000 years ahead.
Consensus reality. They cancel out or prevent the effects of reality-bending entities and anchor down areas where the level of unreality is higher or lower than normal, counterbending it so that it matches the reality that we know and inhabit. Many contemporary authors have criticized the widespread use of SRAs as a catch-all for containing any type of structural or ontokinetic effect.
That's the all Madden playbook right there. You feel me? That's the all Madden playbook. You know what I'm saying? Somebody called John Madden. You feel me? That's Lois Lane, the Clark Kent, the big gun. Somebody go get the big gun. You know what I'm talking about? We got one out of character. Somebody's out of character out here. Go get the big gun. You feel me? Come on, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what I mean by critical thinking. You know what I'm saying? Keep the CT on. I call it CT. Keep your CT on. You feel me? And just take things into consideration. Like I said, you do not have to believe it. Just consider it for a second. You know what I'm saying? Enough to give it a thought. Just give it a thought. Just give it a thought. There's a lot of weird stuff going on out here. So just give it a thought about some of the stuff that they're talking about going on and what they have and what they're trying to do and prevent and da-da-da-da. You feel me? Versus all the stuff that we've been seeing, and it starts to tie together and make sense.
Telekill. The SRA back in the old days. Except the problem was worse. In its original form, it was a metal that blocked all mind-affecting or compulsive effects. People went crazy over it and started using...
Like Tony Stark in the Shield, you know what I'm saying? Like when Tony's dad made the shield, you know what I'm saying, for Cap. You feel me? That vibranium.
It in all their containment procedures, and mistakenly thought it also blocked mimetic effects. Scranton's rewrite of the article added some nuances and drawbacks to it. And its usage had fallen by the wayside anyway, as people have become more innovative with writing. Humes. A unit of measurement that measures the intensity of reality present in an area, crucial to understanding how SRAs and other technologies work. They are useful in quantifying how powerful reality-bending effects are relative to each other. K-class scenario, a term used to classify possible apocalypse scenarios, which the Foundation deals with on a daily basis when discussing the possible outcomes of dangerous effects or entities. The most common type is XK class, which describes a conventional destruction of the planet scenario. There are multiple minor ones whose exact definitions in canon are being argued over, including CK class, the restructuring of a reality, AK class, humanity goes crazy, SK class, the dominant species on Earth is no longer humans, and ZK class, reality universal failure. Amnestic, mind wipe drugs, a narrative tool used by authors to explain A, how the Foundation
Class. The fact that they even got those categories shows you at least one of the 3,999 SCPs so far. At least one of these is in that class. We're beyond the basics. He talking about stuff right here that they ain't even matching it. I mean, you got a little bit of technology to kind of, you know what I'm saying, set some stuff back. Maybe put some stuff back in play. But you got something right over here that's apocalyptic that, you know what I'm saying, you press the button trigger, that's it. What you gonna set back if everything got set off that very instant? The fact that they have these classes, boy, stop. This is beyond comprehension. These are, you know what I'm talking about? This is, we're talking God energies here. You feel me?
Is able to keep the masquerade of secrecy, and B, to create stories dealing with memory and knowledge. In universe, these are simply chemicals that erase a normal human's memory of some amount.
Your neuralizer. Now we MIB-ing it. Okay. You feel me? I hope y'all are paying attention, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is all alleged. But, you know, I hope you take alleged information into consideration along with your studies and your journey for the information and your truths that you seek. You feel me? That's a hope. We know they do this. There ain't a person on the planet that's got a television that's watched a movie that's never, you know what I'm saying, they can't say they've never seen the cover up. This is the cover up unit. So it don't matter what's out there. If we see it, they're gonna do exactly what they do today. Fact check the John out. You know what I'm saying? And some folks get caught up and they, you know what I'm talking about? Like Buddy that found the giants. I heard about that story. Found the giants on the hill. He went to check it out and now he's, you know what I'm talking about? Allegedly, you feel me? So, I mean, I don't know. I can just basically go off what the hell I see. You feel me? Like, sometimes it's like, it's crazy because we get penalized simply for going off what we were able to see. It's not fair. I'm simply reacting to what I see. And I have the right to believe it or not. And I'm simply reacting. And people are simply reacting. Why do we get in trouble for that? We just reacting to it. I mean, shit. I don't believe in coincidence. So it's not a coincidence that this stuff is out here. I'm just like, where'd it come from? How'd it get here? I'm not saying that y'all brought it here. I'm just saying if you know it's a possibility that it's out here, just let us know so we can help. So we can help. We can help. Because, listen. Y'all gonna see, though. Y'all gonna see. We're gonna go through it. We're gonna go through it. I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, they're still going. It's still going. I'm like, dang, how much more, you know what I'm saying? How much more is there? Let's see. Cause I don't know. I don't think we got to go through all of it to really know what we're dealing with here. But let's see.
Amount of time when the Foundation has to recover an anomaly in the real world or seriously messes up, these are used.
It's not cool, man.
Things to read and do. There's more to the wiki than the SCP series. In this section, I open the door to the other areas of the site that are part of the Foundation universe, as well as answer some common questions about key but confusing parts of the site. What is SCP-1?
The Scarlet King.
In the early days of the site, when the wiki was just getting started, there was some debate over what should be this sacred number. 1. Everyone agreed that it had to be incredibly written. Everyone agreed that it had to be big. Something deserving of the very first spot. But nobody could agree who should do the honor of writing it. The answer? Everyone can write their own vision of SCP-1. Thus, the system of proposals, an author's individual idea of number 1. They vary wildly and contradict each other. On the number 1 hub page, it says that the, quote, real number 1 is so secret that a number of false ones have been created. This explanation allows there to be multiple self-contradictory number 1s. One of them could be the true one to you. Or maybe you want a couple to be canonical at the same time. Maybe all of them are fake. Maybe all of them are true. It all depends on your canon and how much you like a given proposal. In effect, SCP-1 proposals are canon builders. Each one sets the tone for a particular author's vision of the Foundation itself. Creating an SCP-1 proposal is as easy as writing it and then submitting it just like any other SCP. Although, unless you're incredibly experienced, it will most likely get rejected by the community and deleted. As of November 2017, 19 SCP-1 proposals have been successfully posted. Each one is the product of a lot of work and a high concept. Here are 6 of the 19. Number 1. Dr. Clef's proposal. The Foundation was established to prepare humanity for the rapture or apocalypse. SCP-1 is the angel guarding Eden. Number 2. Dr. Mann's proposal. The first and only natural anomaly was a spiral path in New York. A group of ambitious scientists experimented with reality using this as the thread and created every single other anomaly in the database. Number 3. S. Andrew Swan's proposal. The SCP Foundation is aware of its fictionality. They are currently discussing ways to kill their authors. Number 4. Roget's proposal. Keter-class anomalies are an inherent part of the universe and can be contained using each other. By releasing all Keter-class anomalies, the universe can be manually restructured. Number 5. Twisted Gear's Cactus proposal. SCP-1 is one manifestation of the mechanical god worshipped by a clockwork cult, which wreaked havoc on the world before the military destroyed it. And finally, number 6. Kaladin's proposal. Humanity was originally a slave race whose suffering was harvested to create utopia on another planet. We escaped and then tried to cloak ourselves. The cloak failed, and our masters are trying to bring us home. It's my personal suggestion that you don't start with SCP-1. The proposals are usually quite complex and require some knowledge of Foundation lore, which is either played with, expanded on, or subverted. Read conventional SCPs before you take the number 1 deep dive. Special classifications -EX, -J, and -ARC. There are other types of documents that use the basic SCP format and style, but utilized in a different way. This allows different stories with more diverse tones and themes to be told. The SCP-EX classification designates an SCP that is no longer considered anomalous. It is explained. The object or phenomenon in question still exists, but the Foundation has deemed it to be an acceptable part of consensus reality. Or it was a giant fake-out, or it turned out to be just a new scientific discovery. An SCP-J is a joke SCP, a parody SCP, in a sense. Joke SCPs are explicitly non-canon, using the SCP format to joke around or make fun of something for the benefit of the reader. They may riff on in-universe tropes, like overwrought security, over-the-top containment, cold posting, or bad original characters. Or they may parody things like food poisoning, bad drivers, easily angered people, or that one movie. They may even make fun of the elements in the other popular SCP canons. Ultimately, a joke SCP is just a way to make the reader laugh. If a joke SCP is not well written and very funny, it'll be downvoted. And finally, we have SCP-ARC, archived SCPs. These are usually legacy pages from the very old days of the site, when standards were low and the mass edit had not been conducted yet. While most of these SCPs were deleted, some of them needed to have text archives due to their usage in other tales or still existing SCPs, or because they were historically important. ARCing is no longer in use since the opening of Series 2, 3, and 4, and you will most likely never need to read one of these. Tales, canons, and collaborative logs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that's all we need, y'all. That's what we dealing with. Welcome to the SCP Foundation series. I am your host, 7. This is Academy 7. Welcome to class. And we're about to go through these classes, man. And we're about to see what this world has to offer that's been on the low. You know what I'm talking about? And again, this is for entertainment purposes only. We're going to just go through it. Use your intuition. Use your discernment. You know what I'm saying? Take note. Draw your own conclusion. You have the basics. Excuse me. I do apologize that I'm bringing this one, you know what I'm saying, a little later after already having released a couple videos already. Like I said, I found it, but then I misplaced it when I saved it. So I found it. Here it is. You have the basics all the way up to, I guess you would say, the advanced and beyond. So we got things that's safe, but not necessarily safe, all the way up to apocalyptic. And they're gonna run gag order regardless. So if you see something, at your own risk if you post it. Listen, that's what you want me to say. You feel me? What you want me to say? At your own risk. So, I mean, if you find this, if you know what I'm saying? That's why I say head on a swivel. You keep your head on your swivel. You know what I'm saying? And it's already, we're already going on an hour. So if you stuck around this long to get this information, then that, you know what I'm saying, that shows that you're at least intrigued about some of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm very intrigued. That's why we're here. So I'm gonna leave y'all with peace and love. You know what I'm saying? Keep some oil with you, and that's another one of my, you know what I'm saying, peeves is oil. You know what I'm saying? Operating in love. So continue to operate in love out there. You know what I'm saying? Treat each other right. You feel me? Keep your head on the swivel. Remember to protect yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Try not to let this world drive you crazy. You know, it's a challenge, I know. So even when I leave these messages with y'all, I leave them to myself as well. So y'all just be careful. Be careful out there. If you find something, man, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's at your own risk if you post it. It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet because we want to know. We want to know. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of messed up that you found it and you want the people to know it's just as well as you, and you got in trouble for that. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, hey, this is the SCP series. You know what I'm saying? So I'm finna get up out of here. I'm finna. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna track down some more for us so I can, you know what I'm saying? We finna get on it. So, you know what I'm saying? This series has officially started. This is SCP series. We're about to go through it. Like I said, for entertainment purposes only. But take note, use your discernment, intuition, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Peace and love. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all next time. You know what I'm talking about?